Alaina, what is in this box?
This is an NZXT build. So it is a pre-built computer that they sent me after I put in some specs into a configurator. And I'm going to open it up and see if it's as tidy and, you know, awesomely built as they promised me it was going to be.
All right, let's open it up.
Yeah. So NZXT Build Service came out like I think 2 years ago. They recently updated their offerings with 3 new like pre-built systems, like actual just here are the specs, press buy and we'll send it to you. I actually still chose to go with a custom configured version because I've never actually seen one of their systems in person, and I wanted to kind of see what the configurator was like and see how that resulted in final product, or what the final product would be afterwards. And this is what landed on my doorstep. So I got a H510 as the case, so that's a compact case, so that as you can see the box isn't very large. And one of the reasons why I'm only looking at this now, 2 months after that NZXT was, you know, talking to me about checking out one of their systems, is because I wanted to wait for the Ryzen 3000 parts to become available. Alright, so here we go. Comes with a little setup sheet, as if you've ever bought a pre-built system, you know this is pretty standard. Although it does say right here, we've started you off by indicating below which configuration you have, but nothing seems to be obviously selected for me here.
Oh, weird.
The turnaround on this is really quick though. So one of the things that NZXT promises that, you know, as part of the service, you're paying a fee for a custom build. If you buy one of their pre-configured systems, then you don't pay the $99 fee. But as part of that $99 fee, you get like 2-day service. Or though, actually, I should double check that. I don't know if those two are tied together. Let me just say straight up that this was built for me in 2 days and shipped out the door. So that was pretty quick, and that's actually faster than the turnaround time that you'd see through other system integrators like CyberPower or iBuyPower. So that is one advantage that NZXT has over them. It's packaged really well. It has, I don't know if you saw earlier, but it had like the foam on the top, and there's also foam on the bottom in the case.
Oh, okay.
I got the white case. There's different color choices you can make in the configurator. Oh, what did they include?
Is it a fanny pack?
I would be so stylish. Feels like cables. Let's find out. Yep. These are the extra cables that come with my power supply. I opted for braided cables, so I get like a nicer, cleaner look. I figured if I'm gonna have someone else do the work for me, I can also have them do all the cable management work for me too. But I believe these are the, you know, the standard set of cables that came with the power supply. So. Packed in here are the manuals that go with the case, and as you can see, like extra brackets for the cooler, cables, splitter, I assume for the front, if you want to plug in a headset that has, you know, separate cables for the audio versus the microphone. Looks like my motherboard's manual is in here as well. Again, this is a pre-built system, so it has everything inside. Oh, look, it's numbered. What does this mean? 1, 2,
Like
3,
what to
4.
hook up? Oh, it's like that piece of paper that came with.
Oh, it is.
So hook up monitors. So what do you think of the packaging of the system so far?
I mean, it looks good. Like, I don't feel uneasy that something got damaged in transit. It looks like they've got this, you know, over the configuration to make sure that it doesn't get damaged in transit as well. So with NZXT, what you're getting is pretty much a closed ecosystem. So all the parts, like the case and other things that they, like RGB and other things that they do, those are, you know, predominantly the choices you have in the configurator. There are some, you know, obvious other choices that they make. Like I actually opted for an air-cool CPUs for this configuration. I didn't go with an AIO And so that's a deep cooler. I think that if you don't want to be in a closed ecosystem, you are better off going with something like iBuyPower, SideBuyPower. But if you want something that's, you know, all controlled by their system controllers or the software, etc., then this is a perfectly fine solution. I'm going to take off this tempered glass side panel and get inside. We actually did a segment about pre-builds on the Full Nerd just a little bit ago, and one of the questions we got was, you know, how does the pricing seem relative to building it yourself? The prices are actually transparent. They actually, the configurator tells you how much they're charging per piece. The difference between buying it through NZXT, for example, and doing it yourself is that NZXT does match the street prices, but not the sale prices that you'll get. So you will save money by building it yourself.
Why don't you tell us first what kind of components you have in here?
Yeah. So I chose to go with a Ryzen 3700X. I kind of envisioned this as a system that I would be both gaming and streaming off of. If anyone's still wondering, yes, we are going to finish the Twitch streaming PC video series that we started last year at some point. So it was kind of like, this would be the upgrade to that, essentially, where you got 3700X, really simple air cooling. I kind of tried to keep this to a specific budget, and so one of the things that got sacrificed was like an AIO with RGB on it. I decided to just go with air cooling. This is connected to an X470 motherboard, and it's paired with, admittedly a little, I didn't go super budget here. That is a 2070 Super in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wanted something a little beefy. I was going for 1440p gaming. Outside of that, it's pretty simple. Like, I didn't add too many extra fans. I kind of figured, like, if I were buying this for myself, I would add the fans myself. Down the road, if I felt like I needed the extra cooling. San Francisco is pretty, you know, moderate in its temperatures. Not a lot of like really warm ambient temperatures where I'm living.
So yeah, just two case fans?
Yep, just the two. I just opted for the standard 2 case fans. Power supply is an NZXT 650 watt gold power supply, modular obviously. And it comes, I did an upgrade. I got the braided cables, and I had them do like the nice combs with it and everything. I figure, again, if someone else is doing the work, why not? 16 gigs of RAM. Speed is 3000 megahertz. And then for storage, I went with an Intel 660p, a 1 terabyte drive. Figured that was good enough for a starter. And I think that summarizes all of it.
Cool.
Comes with a Windows 10 home license, so if Gordon were here, I could tell him that he didn't have to worry about us doing anything that he doesn't approve of. That's included as well.
Yeah, what do you think of the cable management right off the bat?
I like this. I feel like this is a little, I don't know, it's not quite where I would want it to be. I probably would play with it a little bit, but it doesn't look bad. It's just, I think it's one of those like aesthetic style differences. What I like is up here, like, that's tidy. I always, the top, the motherboard, those connectors always drives me crazy when I'm doing cable management because it never looks quite the way I want it to.
Yeah.
But that's real nice and tidy. I like that a lot. Pull off the other side. Ooh. So again, this is a standard H510. So, you know, I can, if I were to keep this, you know, I would have the option to expand the storage fairly easily. Which is all the same mounting points as, oh, what's this? What are you? You look like a little extra bit of cardboard.
Is that cardboard?
I think so. Yeah, and the drive cage is here, so I could always add to that too if I wanted. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's pretty tidy. Looks pretty nice. I think if I were strapped for time, the $100 would, you know, service fee would be worth it. I mean, it really just depends, you know, how much you make an hour and how much you value your time.
So, what are you going to be doing with this case? Or with this build?
I'm going to play some games on it. Maybe I'll do like some preliminary streaming where nobody knows, so I can practice what that's all about before I have to start answering chat messages and trying to like, you know, do this at the same time. I'll do a write-up about, you know, my experience with the configurator, you know, how this stacks up against iBuyPower, CyberPower. Again, this is not new, it's just new to us. So if you've been following this, probably not a lot new that you'd see about NZXT, but you might just, you know, get an update on what parts they're featuring right now relative to the competitors. And I like that you have different color options, right? Since I got the white case, I figured that I would do a white and black scheme. There's, you know, other cable options like red. I think they even have like a red and black. So if you chose a different case color, then you can kind of color coordinate those lines. And you know, you can also choose like LED strips and all kinds of lighting as well. I didn't really have the budget for it, you know, for the price point I was trying to hit. I was trying to stick around like $1,600 before tax, so I had to make some compromises because I put so much towards the CPU and the GPU.
Nice, cool. I like it. Thanks for showing it off, Alaina.
Yeah, thanks for coming along. I'm a little bit on the times, but getting up to speed here on what NZXT's been up to.
Let's go play some games.
Yeah.